Hey guys, Miss Ricks here. Today we're going to go through some vocabulary practice for section 8.2 of the endocrine system, and we're going to go through a lot of anatomical features of the endocrine system. So make sure you're filling out your notes as you go, and make sure you write your 5 sentences as well. So here we go. So the adrenal cortex, you can see the adrenal cortex here is this fleshy outer layer of the adrenal gland. And the outer layer of the adrenal glands, which itself has 3 layers that secrete steroid hormones. So you can see the adrenal gland here on top of the kidneys. And so the adrenal cortex is this fleshy outer layer. The adrenal glands are here on top of the kidneys, and these are a pair of glands that sit on top of the kidneys, and they consist of the adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. So there's different anatomical structures of these adrenal glands, but these are going to secrete certain hormones as well. The adrenal medulla, this is the part of the adrenal glands that functions as a part of the nervous system. So it secretes the hormones and epinephrine and norepinephrine. And remember, we talked about a part of the endocrine system and the nervous system that work together to cause fight or flight responses. And this is just part of the nervous system that works with the endocrine system as well. So that's the adrenal medulla. The anterior pituitary, so you can see the pituitary gland up here, and we have an anterior lobe and a posterior lobe here. So this is the anterior lobe, so it's located right here. And it's one lobe of the pituitary gland that secretes 6 different hormones. So these are growth hormones, prolactin, adrenocorticotropin hormone, thyroid stimulating hormones, follicle stimulating hormones, and luteinizing hormones. So this has a lot of functions in the pituitary gland. Ovaries. Ovaries are the female sex glands. Ovaries are located right here, right below the fallopian tubes, and they hold our sex cells, which are our eggs, and they're obviously located in our reproductive system. And then we have the pancreas. The pancreas is located right here, this small structure here, and it's a long, thin gland located posterior to the stomach. So it's kind of shaped kind of like a banana is what I would say it'd be shaped like. And as an endocrine gland, the pancreas secretes insulin and glucagon, which as you guys know, it controls blood glucose levels. And as an exocrine gland, because remember we talked about the pancreas being an endocrine and exocrine gland, it's going to secrete digestive enzymes through the digestive tract. We have the parathyroid gland. These are located in our thyroid here in our neck basically, and they're these small little glands here, and there are 2 pairs of glands located on the posterior aspect of the thyroid gland, and they are going to secrete parathyroid hormones, and these are going to be in response to low blood calcium levels. So you can see a larger picture here of the parathyroid glands. And the pineal glands are up here. It is a pine cone shaped gland in the brain that releases the sleep inducing hormone melatonin. So it's up here above the brainstem here. And the pituitary gland, this is a pea-sized gland that activates a metabolic response in target tissues or stimulates other endocrine glands to release hormones. So remember we had hormone releasing glands that stimulate other hormones and hormones that stimulated other functions of the body. So this is the pituitary gland. It's located right here. And then the posterior pituitary gland, this is one lobe of the pituitary gland. So remember we talked about the anterior pituitary gland. This is going to be the posterior. It's going to be behind. This stores 2 hormones produced by the hypothalamus. It's antidiuretic hormone and oxytocin. And moving on to the the male sex reproductive system, we have the scrotum. This is a sac that encloses the testes. So this is going to be the sac around the testes. And then we have the testes that are located inside, and these are going to hold the male sex cells, which are our sperm. And we have the thymus gland. We talked about the thymus gland. It's located up here, and this is a gland that secretes thymosin, which is a hormone vital to the body's immune system. It functions both as an endocrine gland and a lymphatic organ. So this is the thymus gland. And we have the thyroid gland, which we saw in a previous slide, but this is going to be located right here. And it's located below the larynx or our Adam's apple, which you can feel, especially if you're a male. You have a more pronounced larynx or Adam's apple that secretes thyroid hormones and calcitonin. And the last one is tropic hormones. These are pituitary hormones that act on other endocrine glands. And remember, the pituitary sends responses out to other hormones which send responses out to the body. So that is all of our vocab for this week. Don't forget to fill in your vocab list, and a little added bonus if you listened to the full length of this video. Go ahead and write your name on the board, and you can share 10 extra credit points with whoever else writes their name on the board as soon as you get into the room. So the least amount of people that write their name on the board, the more points you get. So keep this to yourself, and it's just an added bonus. Remember, these will be on our YouTube channel, so feel free to go back and listen to them over and over again.